LGBTQ plus Senator Tammy Baldwin thinks she has 10 Republican votes needed for Respect Your Marriage. The Respect Your Marriage Act would repeal the Clinton-era Defense of Marriage Act and require states to honor marriages performed in other states, even if that marriage is not normally legal in that state. The RMA passed through the House with a surprising 47 Republicans voting to pass it. The Senate still has to vote on the law and likely will delay the vote until September. Democrats need 10 Republican senators to vote on the bill in order to pass it. And out Senator Tammy Baldwin thinks that at least that many will vote with the Democrats. In an interview with PBS Wisconsin, the senator said, open quote, there are 5 Republicans who have publicly stated that they will support the Respect for Marriage Act. And I have spoken with an additional many, but the 5 additional members have indicated that they are leaning in support. But I think because of how crowded the calendar is for next week, which is our last week before the August recess, and in light of the fact that we can't have any absences, we need everybody there, and we have a few members with COVID. This is probably going to be a vote that occurs, what I would hope would be early September.
So in opposition to what I said last time, I'm optimistic about this one. I think that I might be surprised. I'll say, I think we might have more than 10 that vote.
Really?
To do it, yeah.
Go out on the limb. How many votes are coming, do you think?
Not many. Like, look, I'm not going to say like half the Republican Party is going to vote for it, but I think we've got some.
If we got 15 votes, would that be like earth-shattering?
That would be earth-shattering.
Earth-shattering.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're hoping for 10. 15 would be earth-shattering
would be
for you. What do y'all think about what's going on in the Senate?
I'm actually hopeful that we actually do get the 10 or 15. One of the things that I realize is that the same-sex households are making up some of the same conversations that they're actually looking to push ahead of this respective agenda or this respective bill, act. And the unfortunate thing would be that if they just took the time and actually focused on this, they would see that some of those same-sex households and marriages would actually benefit everything else that kind of is on the chopping block for this coming up House meeting.
Any other thoughts? Marriage? This is also great news.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. Gosh, we're just watching some really great, brilliant strategy going on in the House and in the Senate. We collectively can criticize Pelosi and Schumer, but there's really strategy going on. And I'm not sure that the broad LGBTQ community might understand it in the way of what's happening. They're not going to have the vote this coming week. Tammy Baldwin signals we shouldn't rush this. I know everybody wants it. She's the only LGBT senator in America, but don't rush it. Let's wait for everybody to go home. They're going to be in their districts or in their states, and they're going to have political rallies, and they're going to have fundraising, and they're going to and then they're going to hear from their constituents in their states, and then they're going to come back to Washington. And then one of the first things we're going to do in September when they come back is this. What's going to happen when they go home? These 100 senators go home. Well, 50, it doesn't make any difference. The other 50, where we need 10 to get respect for marriage, are going to hear from an American population in their state. Iowa is a key place. Wisconsin is a key place. Alaska is a key place. Maine is a key place. And others, they're going to go home and they're going to hear what we have reported at Queer News Tonight over and over again. 80% of all Americans favor gay marriage.
Yep.
Why did 47 Republican House members do it? Did they all of a sudden fall in love with the LGBTQ community? No.
No.
Their seats are at risk.
Totally.
And so with making the choice of, I want to be reelected or I've got to give in to Respect for Marriage Act, I'm going to give yes on Respect for Marriage Act, 47. Estimates are 42 of the 47 voted because of the heavy heat that they have in their reelection campaign. These senators tend to 15, I'm going to think about you every step of the way until the first week in September, because I hope you're right.
Yeah, I hope so.
Earth-shattering.
Yeah.
If we get 15. If we get 10, great, fantastic. We take the win.
Yep.
And if we get 15, it's a grand celebration in America. And why? Because they went home and heard from their own constituents in Alaska, they favor gay marriage. We've moved on. Why are we still talking about
To me, a
this?
point.
Is what they're going to hear when they go home, when they recess at the end of next week.
So call your senators.
Call your senators.
Call your senators. Yeah.
And one other thing that I just want to say, and this is going to surprise you, in my opinion, you know who we have to thank for this? The 47 and hopefully the 10, and please God, your mouth to God's ears of 15. You know who the number one person that we have to thank?
Clarence Thomas.
Clarence Thomas. You ass. Shot yourself in your own damn foot. Thank you so much for writing. You know what? Let's talk about sodomy laws and contraception and gay marriage. And states should decide that. By the way, maybe your marriage too, dude.
Yeah.
Right. But he helped propel this because he's elevated gay marriage out of the courts to decide it, to motivate Congress to say, okay, we hear you loud and clear.
Yep.
Let's create law. 47 Republicans said, oh my God, if we have to create law, 42 of the 47 said the law's got to be for marriage, gay marriage. And maybe, I hope I'm not jinxing it, but thank you, Justice Thomas, because you may have gotten us our 10 in the Senate. And thank you, Senator Tammy Baldwin, from where?
Oh.
Wisconsin.
Yep.
Love it.
I love it.
Go Badgers.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. But
What was that, a sports team?
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.